Hyatt has announced award changes for 2024. Even more, Marriott co-branded cards are coming out with new best ever welcome offers. We're going to talk about the happiest cities in the United States according to a new Wallet Hub survey. And I've got a story today as it relates to paying for funeral expenses and who bears the expense in the end. A lot of family drama in that story. I can't wait to share it with you. I'm Brandon Boyd with The Brandon Boyd Show. Thank you so much for watching. These episodes come out every Sunday evening, and my goal is to catch you up on all the news you may have missed regarding credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, and everything in between. Super simple to follow along. On one side of the screen, you'll see a list of topics with a timer down below and timestamps down in the description below. If you do find this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome with me. A big thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notifications for alerts, and keep in mind, if you're interested in any cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. When you apply using that referral link, it greatly helps support the channel, and I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far. It is worth noting that I'm also putting two of my personal referral links down there as well. It's actually mine and my wife's personal referral link, because there's an offer for 130,000 membership rewards on the American Express Business Gold card, and I have a 150,000 offer on a Business Platinum card from American Express as well. Those will be down in the description, so if you do want to get those elevated offers, make sure you take advantage. We've got some awesome stories this week. We're going to wrap up the show with some free food deals. Yes, that's plural. I've got 2 food deals for you at the end. Make sure you stay tuned for that. If you're ready, I'm ready, let's go. It's that time of year where Hyatt makes changes to their award chart, and I'm not exactly thrilled about it, but it's here, and you need to know the timetables involved if you still want to get access to some of these properties at their current tier level. Now, there's an entire list of these property changes that I'm gonna link down in the description below, so make sure you check that out. The changes will go into effect on March 26th, so make sure you book by then to lock in pricing. If you book a property that decreases in price, you'll be automatically refunded. That's very important. 65 properties will be moving up in category and increasing in price, and only 21 properties will be moving down in category. So let's do some quick math. If a lot more are going up in category, that means things are getting more expensive if you choose to book a Hyatt property. I'm not a fan of that, but these changes come every single year. You just hope that they're not going to be that bad, but having a 3-to-1 ratio of increasing category versus decreasing category, I'm not a fan of that. Make sure you check out the properties again in the description. I'll have a link there. You can see all the properties impacted. Let me know your thoughts on this. Is it going to impact your travel? Let me know in the comments below. You know, over the last couple of weeks, I've talked about welcome offers with Marriott cards that include 5 free nights as a part of their welcome offer. Well, not to be outdone, some other Marriott cards are jumping on board, and while they may not offer 5 free nights, they are offering historic opportunities to get more points. So American Express has increased the sign-up bonus offer on the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card, which is their premium card, and the mid-level Marriott Bonvoy Bevy card. So for the Brilliant card, it's a 185,000 point offer after you spend $6,000 within the first 6 months. The Bonvoy Bevy card is offering a bonus of 155,000 points after $5,000 spend in the first 6 months. Now, these offers are valid through May 1st, 2024, and these are by far some of the best offers we've ever seen on these cards. The Bonvoy Brilliant card, I'm telling you, that is an expensive annual fee. When you start getting over $600 for an annual fee, you better be a pretty damn good card. So keep that in mind. These are not entry-level Marriott cards by any means, but these aren't entry-level welcome offers either. These are pretty sizable bonus. So if you're a Marriott loyalist and you have a use for all of these Bonvoy points, make sure you use them. Take advantage of offers like this. These are historically high offers. Let me know if you think these cards have the value necessary. Let's say after year 1, after the sign-up bonus is gone, are these keeper cards in your opinion? It really depends on your personal situation, because again, the annual fees are so high. I'm curious to hear if you're gonna pick one of these up. Let me know what you have to say in the comments below. Wallet Hub has just completed their survey looking for the happiest cities in the United States. Some of these cities may surprise you, some may not, but let's dig into the details. So Wallet Hub looked at 29 key indicators of happiness. Now this ranged from the depression rate to the income growth rate to average leisure time spent per day, and a bunch more things as well. I mean, they looked at a lot of different areas, and coming in at number 1 as the happiest city in the US is Fremont, California, followed by Overland Park, Kansas, which is very different from California, I would imagine. San Jose, California, followed by Madison, Wisconsin, Irvine, California, Honolulu, Hawaii, San Francisco, California, Pearl City, Hawaii, Columbia, Maryland, and rounding out the top 10 is Scottsdale, Arizona. So my home city of Lexington, Kentucky came in at number 103, which surprises me. We're usually pretty happy around here, mostly because we're surrounded by bourbon. This is where bourbon gets made, so most people are usually in a good mood. But take a look at this list. I'm gonna put a link to this survey in the description below as well, so you can take a look and see where your city ranks. Are any of these rankings surprising? I think it's interesting that it's mostly made up of people on the West Coast, right? We have California, we have Scottsdale in there, and then we also have Hawaii in there as well. Maybe there's something in the water out there, but people are very happy in that part of the country. Now, there are other parts on the East Coast and in the South that are happy too. They're just not in the top 10 based on these indicators from Wallet Hub. Take a look at the list. Let me know where your city ranks and what your thoughts are. Does it match up with what you anticipated when you look at these rankings? Let me know down below. You know, every week on the Weekly Pointers News Update, I like to share a story as it relates to credit cards, money, finance, and how it intertwines with some really interesting personal scenarios. People post their scenarios online, and it's your job, and my job, quite frankly, to figure out who is right and who is wrong in these particular scenarios. And in today's case, we've got a very interesting situation with a topic that I don't think that we've covered on the channel so far, and that is funeral expenses. So I'm gonna read the scenario that was posted online. I'm gonna read it in the voice of the original poster online. They're gonna describe their story, and your job is to figure out if they were wrong in this situation. All right, so this lady starts out. I have 3 brothers. I'm the most financially successful of my siblings, both because of my own accomplishments. I started my own successful company, but also because the man I married comes from a wealthy family. My brothers treated me like an ATM for years before I finally put a stop to it. There was some initial pushback, but eventually they understood. My father died 4 years ago and he didn't have much insurance, and I ended up paying for the funeral. I did this for my mom so she wouldn't have to worry about it. My mother got sick late last year and had been declining ever since. It got to the point where she needed constant assistance, and while I could and did hire nursing help, Mom wanted one of us there for her almost constantly for the last 6 weeks, to which her and her brother did take care of her mom there in the last 2 weeks, according to this story. After my mom died 2 weeks ago, my brother was her power of attorney and had her will. She wanted everything to be divided equally, but only among the 3 boys. I was excluded completely. I was extremely hurt. It felt like a slap in the face. It's not about the money. Mom didn't leave much. It was the lack of regard. It felt like I didn't even matter, even though I was there for her when she needed me, unlike her 2 other sons who didn't show up at the end. I know she knew I didn't need the money. That doesn't mean it didn't hurt. The 4 of us got together about a week after the funeral at Mom's apartment as we were cleaning it out. One of my brothers hands me the bill for the funeral. I looked at it and asked how he wanted me to send him my share. He told me that he and the other 2 assumed that I would pay for it just like I did for Dad. I told him that I did that to help Mom. 2 of the other brothers said they didn't have the money to pay for it. I told them that that was bull since they were going to be receiving money from Mom. They said that wasn't fair. I told them they were right. Since they were the ones that got the money, they should pay for the entire funeral. We argued and I ended up walking out. They came to my home 2 days later and demanded I pay, and I kicked them out of my home. I have to admit, I told them to pay it themselves out of hurt and anger, but even after I calmed down, I think I'm right. The funeral is Mom's final expense and the cost should come from her estate. My brothers are saying that I was being petty, and even my husband says to just pay it to avoid the uproar. I don't know what to do. Am I the jerk for not wanting to pay for the funeral even though I can easily afford it? So this is an interesting story about different siblings having different lifestyles and different abilities to pay for things. This is also a story about a mother excluding her daughter from her will because she thinks she probably doesn't need the money. There's a lot going on here, but all that to say, who is responsible for paying this final expense? Because the woman did pay for her dad's funeral, should she also just shell out the cash since she has it to pay for her mom's funeral? Now keep in mind she did that originally for her dad to do it for her mom so she wouldn't be stressed out about paying for the funeral. But where should the money come from in this case? Should it come from the wealthy sibling? Should it come from the estate that's now being split up amongst the 3 brothers? Are they both a little bit wrong in this scenario? a lot of different things open up here. And look, when funerals come around, final expenses come around, and things get divvied up in a will or what have you, there are bound to be arguments if things aren't clearly laid out. And let me know, I've heard stories, I've heard some horror stories of things that have happened after a funeral or in a will, and it really causes a lot of conflict. Have you ever seen anything like this, been involved with it? Have you ever had huge conflict with family when you're trying to sort these kind of things out? Let me know what your personal situation is if you want to share that, and let me know your thoughts on this story in the comments below. And if you're familiar with the Weekly Pointers news update, you know I like to end the show on a good food deal. This week is no exception. I've got 2 for you this week. The first one comes from Krispy Kreme, so you can get 2 free original glazed donuts only on March the 5th. That's Tuesday, March the 5th. If you use the promo code Tuesday with your online order. Now, Tuesday is TWOSDAY, Tuesday. 2 free original glazed donuts. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, Brandon, what if I don't watch this episode till after Tuesday? What am I gonna do? I missed the free food deal for this week because I waited till Wednesday or Thursday to watch your news update. To which I say, make sure you hit the notification bell so you watch it earlier in the week, but I've got you covered with a food deal that doesn't expire till well after that. And this second offer is coming from Arby's, and they are offering a free sandwich plus free delivery for first-time delivery customers. So their statement says score 1 free sandwich and free delivery on your first delivery order through the Arby's app or Arby's.com. Now this is only available through participating locations, and this is good through March 10th, 2024. There is a limit of 1 per customer. And if you want to avoid the order fee altogether, just spend $10 or more, which you can easily do that at Arby's these days. Let's be frank, if you get one of their big sandwiches, I think they even have like a half-pound sandwich or something like that, that will easily take you over that $10 mark. So make sure you take advantage of that, avoid all the fees, and get a free sandwich. All right, so this was a very interesting episode. We covered a lot of different topics. We talked about the happiest cities in the United States. We talked about the Hyatt award changes, the new welcome offers for Marriott cards, and I've got to know your thoughts on that funeral expense story. I know it's an uncomfortable topic, but we're all gonna run into it at some point. Let me know who's in the wrong in that particular scenario. Keep in mind, if you're interested in any of the cards mentioned in today's video, or any card for that matter, make sure you apply using my referral link down in the description below. When you apply using that referral link, it greatly helps support the channel. I can't thank you all enough for doing that so far, and make sure you keep an eye out for the link down in the description for the American Express Business Platinum and Business Gold card. That's 130,000 membership rewards on the Business Gold card and 150,000 on the Business Platinum card on those personal referral links of mine and my wife's down in the description below. Make sure you check those out if you're interested. If you found this video helpful or mildly entertaining, don't forget to be awesome. Give me a big thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notifications for alerts, and when you click on the Brandon Boyd Show, click, you're gonna get the latest information on credit cards, points and miles, travel, money, finance, free sandwiches, and everything in between. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. We'll see you soon.